ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. This is The Blitz, presented by Miller Lite.
We continue to get blitz here on ESPN News. Week 1 of the NFL season nearly in the books. Mike, Kadri, Ismail, and you, of course, and want a special welcome. We are seen around the world, Q.
Yes, we are.
We are international. To the international audience, we are leading you up to your Sunday night football game, the Packers and the Bears, NFC North showdown there. We also want you to get internationally web-oriented. Get on the web, go to sportsnation.com, have your comments heard because we want to hear from you.
Yes.
Right now, you know what? One of the things offensive players didn't like, pick six. That's what we have, the six Blitz highlights of the day right here. We love the pick six, starting off with the Broncos and the Bengals and Josh McDaniels. His first game as a coach, one he'll always remember for a lot of different reasons. Down by 1 point here, Brandon Stokely gets the tip pass and he is taking it where, Q?
To the house.
Touchdown with just seconds to play in the game. And look at this. Leon Hall with the tip. Stokely, Johnny on the spot, gets it, and he is going all the way for the touchdown as the Broncos look like they were surely going to lose this game, win it by 5 in Cincinnati. Meanwhile, what about Brett Favre making his debut for the Minnesota Vikings, his 270th consecutive start? And Favre, he was pedestrian with his numbers, but of course he had this kid named Adrian Peterson. Perhaps you've heard of him.
Oh, yeah, we call him AD for all day. The man just continues to go, the diesel. And you're seeing the diesel right here with his explosiveness and his power. Again, number one, strong offensive line play. He wasn't touched until he got into the second level. And this is where he is dangerous because it's get off me. Look at the power, the strength of the man they call AD. Adrian Peterson.
180 yards, a Week 1 franchise record. He also had 3 touchdowns in the day as the Vikings get the job done 34-20 in Cleveland. Meanwhile, Jets.
Jets.
And they're going to be saying M-A-R-K because this young kid, Mark Sanchez, is hitting the mark. And he hit Chancey Stuckey right there for his first career touchdown. Sanchez 18-31, 272 yards, a touchdown as the Jets get the win over the Texans. How about the Lions? Could they finally end their losing streak? No, because Drew Brees put up MVP-type numbers today, Q.
Hottest quarterback in the league. 6 TDs. Are you kidding me?
Did you say 6 touchdowns?
6 of them.
The magic number for the Lions, 18 as in 18 consecutive losses. What about the Cowboys? What about the Bucs? What about Tony Romo and the immense pressure he's under? No more T.O., but didn't need him.
Didn't have to worry about him because Roy Williams took over and took it to the house. The big play, Roy Williams, that we're expecting to see this year.
Romo, a career-high 353 yards and 3 touchdowns in the win. Donovan McNabb and the Eagles, they got all the way to the NFC Championship game because Donovan, well, he got benched at one time last year, but he was healthy. Didn't miss the game. And then here, his 3rd touchdown of the game, a rushing touchdown, but he's got a cracked rib now.
Yeah, my rib.
Wow. Eagles get the job done. We don't know how long he's going to be out, but Jake Delhomme was bad in this game. He had 5 turnovers in this, 4 interceptions coming off of what happened in the playoffs last year. What stood out to you, first of all, in Week 1 of the National Football season? We're talking about Adrian Peterson, Brett Favre, a lot of storylines.
A lot of storylines. Again, you look at Adrian Peterson, what he did for the Minnesota Vikings, but Drew Brees, 6 touchdowns. Threw it, spread the ball around. You have a bunch of guys that aren't necessarily household names. And again, the Arizona Cardinals, who I thought would come out hot and on fire and pick up from where they were last year, they lay an egg and lose to their division foe, the 49ers. A lot of stories this week. And again, Roy Williams and Tony Romo on the same page with some big-time plays for themselves in an upset win. Not necessarily an upset win, but a good win at Tampa Bay.
All right, well, of course, one of the big storylines going into Week number 1 was, of course, Brett Favre and how he would do with his new team, the Minnesota Vikings. And as we saw, well, Favre was, when was the last time you saw Favre managing a football game?
I don't think that word is in his vocabulary, but again, anytime you have Adrian Peterson, it's very easy to add it to your vernacular.
Here's his first touchdown pass as a Viking, finding the rookie Percy Harvin, the 51st different receiver he's thrown the touchdown pass to. And look at the joyful exuberance of the youngster, 39 years old, still doing his thing.
Yes, indeed. And again, this is something that they're going to come to expect. A guy who's going to give you a lot of energy and a lot of just youthfulness, as you would say. And again, it is contagious because Adrian Peterson, as we're seeing here, you give him the rock. He wasn't touched until he got into the second level. And again, his power and his tenacity.
What'd you say? Get off me!
Just get off me! and the explosiveness to finish the run. That's what we see when you talk about Adrian Peterson.
Is there a more complete back in the National Football League right now?
There is no peer that he has.
All right, Adrian Peterson could be on the way. He said he wanted to get 2,000 yards this year, 180 right there. Of course, once again, that's a Vikings team record for week 1 of the National Football League season. Favre, 14 to 21, 110 yards, 1 touchdown. But once again, if you got Adrian Peterson, why go over the top? As the Browns fall to 0-1, the Vikings are 1-0. Brad Childress, these comments after.
Workmanlike, no blips. Don't make it sound like unspectacular is a bad thing. Making the routine plays routinely. I talk about that all the time, and that's just something that we're looking for.
I still think there's a lot of chemistry yet to. It was evident on numerous plays.
We're gonna balance it out. We're gonna balance it out, and that's our approach. Have teams play us even. Not overload the box. Take that defender out and play balanced defense. So it go hand in hand. He helped me out, I help him out, and God's willing, we continue to win games.
To come out of the game with a win, and to be, of course, we know we can run the ball, but there is going to be times, like today, where we're going to have to throw it, and in order for us to win.
All right, let's take it to the next level with Adrian Peterson, the most rushing yards in week 1 in Vikings history. Once again, that is a record. Not done 169 yards since, who's that guy, Robert Smith?
Robert Smith?
You ever see him around here? Does he work here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 1997, he did that against the Bills in week number 1. What about the Jets? And the guy who replaced Favre in New York is that kid, Mark Sanchez, out of USC, in his first career touchdown pass. The chance he stuck you wide open.
Nothing but poise.
Sanchez, 272 yards, touchdown, interception in the win. 272 yards are the second most by a Jets quarterback in week 1 this decade. So far, so good for the rookie quarterback out of USC as they get the job done. Thomas Jones also over 100 yards rushing for the Jets. Jets and the new head coach, Swagalicious, Rex Ryan.
We're 1-0. That's where we expected to be. We knew it would be tough sledding against a good football team, but our guys were up to the task. Offensive line, I think, played outstanding. I don't think we gave up a sack all day. Thought the kid did a great job of avoiding pressure in the pocket, and made some big throws for us.
With the amount of talent we have on this team, I know that I don't have to do everything. And after that costly mistake, I think it was late third quarter, early fourth, the interception, just inexcusable. You can't do that. And it was a big-time rookie mistake. But the most encouraging thing was Coach Ryan, Coach Schottenheimer, the entire offensive line, guys on defense. Hey, man, it's over. We're not changing our focus. We're going to go after these guys. We're winning this game.
I believe in this football team. I believe in the coaches we have. I believe in the players we have. And I believe in the support staff. And I've been saying it all along, just nobody wanted to listen.
Yeah, I like this kid, Mark Sanchez, man. The poise that he's showing so far. All right, look at what he did on the other downs, besides third down. 6 of 16, 81 yards. But when it mattered, when you need to step up and get that first down, look at what he was able to do. What's that tell you about Mark Sanchez?
Anytime you are on the field on third down, you know that it's going to be in your quarterback's hands to make plays. A rookie quarterback, it's extremely difficult for him to be able to complete the ball at such a high level. I tell you what, from the neck up, that shows me that he was studying. That shows me that he was very fearless and didn't concern himself with what the defense was giving him and was able to find the weaknesses in the defense.
All right. So they get the win. They're 1-0. Let's go to the NFC West now. Rams and the Seahawks. This game going final not too long ago, and they get their quarterback back. He got to stay healthy in order for the Seattle Seahawks to have success this season. I'm talking about Matt Hasselbeck finding Nate Burleson right there. 12 yards, gets him 6. Seahawks up 14-0. Then later, Hasselbeck to John Carlson. 33 yards on the touchdown pass. Carlson's second TD grab of the day. Seahawks up 21-0. And then Julius Jones, the Jets.
The Jets that he poured on, I promise you, it looks like he stole some ice cream from his neighbor and they're trying to catch him, but you can't get him.
Like an old man. Come on, bring my ice cream back, boy.
Get my ice cream back.
Get my ice cream back, boy. like the cops were behind them. Well, I'm telling you, you know how it is. I ain't never had the cops behind me, but I'm saying, hey, the Seahawks win the game 28. Now, where was I going there? Seahawks win the game 28-0. And the Rams probably felt like they got something stole over them, beat down. They need to file a 911 complaint or something like that. But Jim Moore, of course, stepping in for Mike Holland this year, head coach, gets his first win as the Seattle head coach.
Well, I was proud of the way we overcame the early adversity. You know, when you turn the ball over 3 times in the first half, you don't typically win a game like that. The odds are that you don't win it. They're very heavy that you don't win it. So the fact that we were able to show some character and keep plugging and keep believing in the process and what we were doing showed me a little something about this football team, their maturity, and you know, they're trusting each other. So that was a real positive for us. Obviously, a sloppy start offensively, and we will clean that up. We will get better there. We just weren't crisp. But we hung in there, and, you know, and we kept pounding it, and we made some plays, and our defense went out there time and time again in the first half and held up. And so it was a good game to learn from, you know. Not everything went right. We had to overcome some things. We had a couple guys go down. We had young guys that had to fill in. And I think if you're going to be a good football team in this league, you have to learn how to handle adversity. So if you can do it and get a win, then that's a positive. So I feel good about that. But we've got to be better at securing the football. You know, that's not what we're going to be about. That's not acceptable, and our guys understand that. I felt like we might have been a little bit tight. Just a little bit tight. You know, we had a couple guys that haven't played in a while. Nate hasn't played in a while. Matt hasn't played in a real game in a while. And I felt like they were a little bit tight, but they did a nice job of settling down, getting into a rhythm. And like I said, our defense gave us a chance offensively to find that rhythm. So it was a good one. We'll take it and we'll move on.
You seem a bit subdued coming off the field. Is that why?
No. You know, Claire, those games they're a gut grinder. You know, they're a gut grinder, and you expend a lot of emotional energy, and that's just how you feel after one of those games when you're standing down there. And it was you know, especially emotional for me because there was some significance to it. You know, I'd be lying if I didn't tell you that there was. I mean, I've thought about this day for a long, long time, and to go out there and listen to our crowd and see the effect that they had on the game and the penalties. It was a kind of a surreal experience for me. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. It just was great. It was perfect.
When you had the 13-play drive early in the second quarter, did you begin to feel not relaxed necessarily, but like, okay, now we got it?
I felt like we got our rhythm a little bit right at the end of the first half. You know, that's when I felt like we had our rhythm back. And then certainly in the second half, yes. You never, ever in the NFL, though, feel like we got it or you got it. You just can't ever let your guard down. I think you proved that in that last drive there when they made some plays. You know, it doesn't matter what the score is or what the situation is. People in this league can make plays on you if you let down. And I'm not saying that we let down on defense, but you just see the capabilities of your opponent. So you've always got to stay right on a razor's edge. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. I thought there was 12 out there, but at that point it was inside the 2 minutes, so you can't throw the flag. And fortunately, you know, it was a long return, so the observer in the booth had a chance to review it, and they made the right call. That was a huge play. You know, that was a 14-point swing right there because we were able to take that ball in and score. And I mean, you can't discount how big that play was in the game. It was gigantic.
Did you know when the play was happening before the snap at the 12?
No.
Welcome back to the Blitz, presented by Miller Lite.
Eagles get a big win over Carolina, but they lose their quarterback for a second. All right, let's go to the Bengals. Our play here, the Eagles. Here's Donovan McNabb going in for a touchdown. His one rushing touchdown. He also had 2 passing the football. Cracked ribs, had to leave the game in the third quarter, would not come back. And the Eagles, though, they get the win over the Carolina Panthers, 38-10. McNabb was just 10 of 18, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns once again, and that rushing touchdown, but once again left with the cracked rib. Here's Andy Reid talking about it afterwards.
Oh, he's sore right now. Yeah, he has a broken rib, so we'll just see how he does. I've got to see how things go here. We'll take it day by day and see how he does. I've got trust in Kevin to do the job. You know, the unfortunate thing with the number 2 guy is they don't get a lot of reps during the week. So if he has a chance to get some reps, I think you'll see a little more production there.
We came out and played Eagle football. We didn't quite gel the first couple of series the way we wanted to, but we came out, we kept on fighting. The guys up front settled down. You know, the running backs, wide receivers settled down. We started catching the ball a little bit, and, you know, we turned out well for us.
It's still GM system. I mean, Coach McDermott learned under Coach Johnson, so it's still the same concept. He did a tremendous job of game planning and calling it in certain situations. But won't nothing change. It's going to be the same thing.
All right, once again, still no word on how long McNabb is going to be out of action, but he does have a cracked rib happen right there in the third quarter, had to lead the game in the 38-10 win against the Panthers. Sal Powell with more.
Already up 31-10, Donovan McNabb had the ball on the Panthers' 3-yard line and decided to take it in himself. He went into the end zone cleanly and safely, and then 2 Panthers defensive linemen, weighing about 580 pounds total, landed right on top of him and cracked his rib. Andy Reid was asked after the game whether McNabb could start against the Saints in the home opener next week. He said, quote, "There's a chance. If not, Kevin Cobb gets the job." You may be asking yourself, what about Michael Vick? Well, he's not available to the Eagles until week 3. So this team, which had too many quarterbacks a week ago, may be looking for one real soon. In Charlotte, Sal Palantonio, ESPN.
All right, Sal Powell, if they are missing him for an extended period of time, what are they going to be missing? They got the Saints next week, and they got to score some points.
Yeah, they're going to have to score some points. Kevin Cobb is going to have to step up his game, take it to the next level. The cast that's surrounding Kevin is going to have to take it to the next level, providing the fact that Donovan is not in there. If he is in there, then again, he's going to have to understand that, look, you know what, I'm managing this painful situation, but I'm out there to help my team, not hurt my team. He's going to have to be very careful as far as his decision-making and making sure that he's not making it matter worse as far as his play on the field and as far as his long-term health.
All right, we'll see if he does miss some time and how long he'll be out, how much he's going to be hurting. We don't know these things, but we have an expert who does know these type of things. Her name is Stefania Bell, and she has this analysis.
The biggest issue with return to play following a broken rib like the one Donovan McNabb suffered Sunday is pain. A broken rib will hurt with turning, twisting, reaching overhead, even the simplest of movements like breathing. Now we're hearing that McNabb's fracture is on the lower left side, which can create additional problems for a right-handed thrower because the large abdominal oblique muscles attach in that area, meaning every time he goes to throw and the muscles contract, it will tug at that rib, producing pain. Now a quarterback can wear padding to protect the rib from contact, but that doesn't help control the movement underneath. While Andy Reid said there's a chance that McNabb could play next week, given the location, that's highly unlikely, and I would not be surprised if the timetable extends a week or two beyond that.
All right, thanks a lot, Stefania. We don't know how long Donovan McNabb's going to be saying bye-bye, but we are saying bye-bye to everybody on International, the networks out there. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy Sunday Night Football. It is an NFC North showdown for you, the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, right here on ESPN News for everybody else, the Blitz continues, including a frustrating hard-knock loss for the Cincinnati Bengals. You have got to see the end of this. And Matthew Stafford on the beginning, just starting with him, but he's a quarterback in the Detroit Lions. And once again, they lost thanks to Drew Brees' incredible day.
The Blitz is presented by Triple Hops Brewed Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling.
Hi, I'm Ryan Levin for the St. Louis Cardinals. Watch Major League Baseball on ESPN America.
Backdoor, score! Alex Ovechkin.
Since he broke into the league in 2005, no one has scored more goals than this man, Alexander Ovechkin.
Ovechkin first score, just like that, Alexander Ovechkin.
Is there any one goal that stands out so far in your mind?
Now Ovechkin's away. Boyd Gordon. In comes Ovechkin. Gets around Murray. Gets around Moore. Incredible goal by Alexander Ovechkin.
Probably, I have lots of beautiful goals, I think.
Hammerlick can't get there. What a move by Ovechkin around Hammerlick. In comes Ovechkin. In for Sky. What a goal by Alexander Ovechkin. Unstoppable.
But probably first year, I want to score my backhand.
Alexander Ovechkin curling drag with a backhand. He scores! Simply sensational!
Even Wayne Gretzky, the great one's going to see how this one went in.
Warner with it, gonna throw end zone for Urban. Touchdown, Cardinals. Warner gonna go deep, far side for Preston, and Steve caught it. What a great throw by Kurt Warner. Warner to throw, hit as he fires deep downfield and caught Bolden, touchdown. Warner to pass, with time, fires over the middle of the Fitz, caught at the 45-50, goodbye, touchdown.
NFL on ESPN America.
Major League Baseball continues on ESPN America with live primetime games every Thursday night.
Cubs are coming up. Hammers this one deep to left field.
It's the last full month of the regular season, and things are really starting to heat up.
Back to back for the Cubs.
This Thursday, Brewers at Cubs, only on ESPN America.
For the widest choice of official North American sports merchandise, for the perfect gift to collect or just to look good and support your team, visit espnamerica.com.
And Bears are ready to write the next chapter in the annals of the NFL's most storied